Hello, welcome to Chaka Quantics. Now in this video I will be taking us through valuations. Alright, valuations. Now, like we've always been doing in our previous videos, I will be referencing this also to the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors Test of Professional Competence examination questions. Alright, in that case it will be more valuable both professionally and academically also. All right, and the series on valuation will be coming in parts, right? Part 1, part 2, part 3, because you can get them in different form and in different manner, which may not be contained in just a single question or what we might be using as a reference. So we'll be having them in parts. All right, now this is the question here. Now you see this is the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyor. This is them here, and this is May 2024. This is just a few months back. All right, this is the question. A 6-month fence project for MSSR XYZ has the following elemental summary and work progress achieved as at the site meeting number 3. This stated this. All right, now this is the details. All right, preliminary is 2 million. In that order, so you can see here, and this is what has been done, percentage of work done till date. That's the progress on the site. And the question is, you prepare an interim valuation number 3 from the above progress reports. All right, and discuss the implication of negative valuations in construction project. All right, additional information. We're told that the total amount previously valued at valuation number 2 is 42,800,540 naira 50 kobo, dated this particular date. The material advance paid to the contractor at the commencement of the work is 3.5 million, and it was agreed to be amortized completely at interim valuation number 3. Now this is meeting number 3 and of course valuation number 3, so it simply means the amortization will be done completely in this valuation. Now materials on site is valued at 856,420 naira 10 kobo, and the percentage of certified value retained as retention is 5%. Retention limit is 5% of the total contract sum. I may be explaining this retention limit in a separate video for better understanding. Now the VAT is 7.5%. Now discount given by the contractor during award is 6%. Now let's come back here. Now you see the total of this, of course, ought to be 90,562 naira 90,562,992 naira 00. Well, excuse me there. All right, kobo. Well, if we jump right in, this is what we have here. This is the project particulars XYZ Construction Limited Fence Project. This is the in the question 90,562,992. All right, now if we come here, preliminary is 2 million. Here it is 1.2. I will explain that. Now you see, come here, having done this and sum everything up here, this is giving me, and this is it. This is what is in the question. 43,901,816 naira. Now, those that sat for this exam, if they didn't do this little thing and added it up like this and got this, they will be losing mark. All right, so it tells us whatever the contractor is submitting, take up your time and do the additions and be very sure before you now go into preparing the valuations. All right, preliminary is 1.2 million, and I did just a little calculation here, but I won't be talking about it. Please, you can check out our other videos on how to value preliminaries and see how this is obtained, so that we don't take much time in this video. Also, now foundation works 100% is this, block above ground is 50%, which is this. Now in that order, now at the end of the day, the sum is this, right? 19,101,431 naira 85 kobo. Now this is just what is obtained from the question, right? Analysis of the question, and this is what we have as work that has been done till date, right? Total work that has been done till date. All right, now there are other informations. We're told that there is material on site and it cost is 856,420 naira 10 kobo. Now if I add it up, of course we have to add materials on site. This. Now this is the same thing, I just brought it here. Now the next is your discount, because the contractor gave a discount of 6%. Discount given by contractor during the award is 6%, so we less the discount that was given by the contractor. So 6% of this, all right, is what we have here. So if you less, I have 18,760,380 naira 83 kobo. Then we less retention. Right, please take note. You don't less retention before lessing discount. You less discount first, then your retention. So retention is 5%, so 5% of this. You can see it here. If I less it, I have this. Okay, then the next is to add VAT. Now if you look at this question, there are no much complications, like when you begin to have fluctuation, variation, profit and attendance, and such and such. And so that's why I said we'll be having this class in parts on class on valuation in parts. All right, okay, if I add VAT is 7.5% on this, on my gross after retention. This is this. Now there are two ways to treat this, right? You can actually add VAT to your gross after retention or to the gross before retention. Now whichever way you want to apply it, all right, it has to be agreed by parties to the contract. Now there are basically three ways. I've seen three ways, right, in practice where they add VAT. It can be after retention, it could be before retention, or it could be at the net. The net payment will be made to the contractor. Somewhere here you now see add VAT, then you now have the final total that will be paid to the contractor. Whichever method is to be applied just has to be agreed by parties to the contract. So that is enough. If you see what I did here, here the VAT, see the VAT here is on the gross before retention. Now I'll tell you the implication of this maybe at the end of the video, right? When I get to the final part, I'll tell you the implication of adding VAT on the gross and also adding VAT after the gross before retention and adding VAT on the gross after retention, as in this case. So that's why I put two of them together so that we can get that information in one piece. All right, the next is amortization of advance payment. Now the question says that the material advance paid is 3.5 million and it was agreed to be amortized completely in the valuation number 3. Or that's what we have here. Amortization of advance payment is 3.5. Material advance paid is 3.5 million, and full amortization, that's 100% amortization, is also 3.5 million. So if I subtract that, it is 0. So that's why you see here is nothing. And I could also say add, instead of having, I say add material advance, I'll put it here 3,500,000. all right, now because I am amortizing 100, I can also say less or full amortization that I am subtracting the same 3,500,000. 1 2 3. All right, that gives me 0. I am still coming back to where I am because I am amortizing full, right? Maybe in other parts we'll be seeing where we will not be amortizing full. So the reason is not here is just not to cumber these details we have here with so much details. So you treat it here, and whatever is left you bring it here. Don't worry, we'll see those in other parts of the class on valuation. Now we have to less previous payment that has been made to the contractor. Now if you come to this question again, it says that total amount previously valued as at valuation number 2, that is just previous valuation, is 42,800,540 naira 5 kobo. But remember, the contractor has been paid a material advance payment. Right? So payment number 1 is material advance payment, and payment number 2 is valuation number 2 that has been paid to the contractor. So this, the total becomes 46,300,540 naira 50 kobo. Now this is what I have here. All right, so it should subtract normally, but this is already negative, so we add to get this. All right, so what is due to the contractor is minus 27,141,501,57 kobo is what is due to the. So it is a negative valuation. Now look at the second part here, where we added the VAT to the gross. All right, now it is giving us 27 million negative 27,071,150 naira 15 kobo. Now let me tell us the implication of this. Right now, I added the VAT to the gross here before retention. It simply means that if I am going to be paying the contractor at the end of the project, maybe at final certificate, his retention, I will not be adding VAT. But here, if I'm going to pay the contractor at the end, on his final certificate, I will be adding VAT to the retention, because the contractor has to remit VAT to the government. All right, so that is justice. So whichever one, of course, it has to be agreed by parties to the contract. But in an exam situation, if you are using one, whatever, if you are using this, maintain it. If you are using this, maintain it. And if you are using the one where you add VAT to the net payment to be made to the contractor, maintain it. However, in a contract, it has to be agreed. Now, it is a negative valuation. It means the contractor will not be paid any money. Rather, he has to do more work to cover for the money he has prior received, and this can have a negative implication on the project, because it will affect his cash flow, it will affect payment to his own staff, his own workers. It will cause delay on the project. It could lead to misunderstandings between the contractor. It will affect the relationship between it could affect the relationship between the contractor and the client. All right, it reduces the liquidity rate of the contractor, and could even lead to project abandonment if the contractor does not have any other means to finance the project. So those are some of the negative implications. Now I hope this has added value to you, both professionally and in your career. This is part 1 in your to both your professionally and academically. Also, this is part 1, and other parts will be coming, where you'll be seeing other areas where we treat other items in a valuation setting. All right, this is Chaka Context. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. All right, do want to subscribe, so you will, and turn on the notification bell, so you will get notified whenever we upload other videos. Expect more. There are more and more and more you got to learn. See you guys in the next video.